the NFL season this year. They've headlined in Las Vegas and across the country. So please, put your hands together and welcome the rock and roll music of Roy Toaster!
Hello, Pasadena! Are you ready to rock? I'm sorry that the rest of the band couldn't make it here tonight. I apologize. We got into a little bit of a fight this afternoon. We were all going to go see a movie, and I said, "Hey, let's go see that movie, the real controversial one about Jesus." And they're okay, we'll meet you there, then we'll go to the show. And after the Punisher let out, I didn't see him anywhere. Jesus, man, kicked ass. Here's a song about movies. Well, here comes Patrick. Man, that guy is rude. He likes to give away the endings to any movie that you have not viewed. If a new movie comes out, you can bet Patrick's already gone. Then he goes around spoiling the endings for just about everyone. Patrick, the spoilers coming, better cover up your ears. Because of him I haven't enjoyed a movie in several years. Because he's always blabbing plot points to anyone who is near. Patrick, the spoilers coming, better run away from here. Well, I thought I would do the right thing and take Patrick out and kill him. That would be like that movie Falling Down when Michael Douglas becomes the villain. So I just put up with Patrick and all his rambling on. Figured out the best thing I could do would be sit down and write this song. Because then all of you could join in with all of my pain. And then I could be just like Patrick and I could do just the same. Darth Vader is Luke's dad and he's Leia's too. Soylent Green is made of people and Rosebud's a sled too. In The Usual Suspects, Kevin Spacey is Kaiser Soze. And The Shining, all Jack's typing is all work and no play. Till in The Crying Game turns out to be a guy. And Kevin Costner in No Way Out, he's really a Russian spy. Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense, dead right from the start. And in Titanic, DiCaprio dies and he breaks Kate Winslet's heart. Wow, giving out these spoilers is really a fun kind of game. I think once you know you give it a shot, you're never really quite the same. And I'm sure that there's some of you who probably think that a song is pretty lame. I guess I probably should have warned you that Patrick's my middle name. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great to be. Give yourself a big round of applause for coming out to the show tonight. I admire you guys coming out. Cinco de Mayo, you'd be out partying. There's like a Lakers game on, I guess. I don't know. But I know. I watch wrestling. I do. And it's not fake. And it's not. And no, but anyway. But thank you all for coming. I would especially like to thank the people who sat right down front. Let's give them a big round of applause. Because oftentimes people come to comedy shows and they go, "Oh, we don't want to sit down front because the comedians will pick on us." But I'm not going to pick on anybody. I'm just going to welcome you all to the front. What's your name? What's your name? Amy. What is it? Amy. Amy, thank you. Let's give Amy a big hand. Thank you for coming to the show. That's it. That's it. That's all. All right. I have trouble with girls. Yeah, go figure. It's the wrestling. There's a girl who lives in my apartment building. She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And I'd do anything if I could be with her. I'd do anything. So every morning I leave a rose on her doorstep. And every morning she just steps right over it. I smile at her as she walks by, but she doesn't even look my way. Hey Riley, why can't you see skywriter to spell out my love for her in letters over 50 feet tall. But Riley just kept walking down the street. No, she didn't look up at all. She didn't notice when I painted her name on my car. She didn't notice when I burned her name into one. She didn't notice when I tattooed her name all over my skin. I just can't win. So after 2 years of non-stop trying, I gotta give up before I go completely insane. Grandma was watching Riley walking around with that dog and that cane. Hey Riley, why can't you see how very, very much you mean to me? But that thought never entered your mind. You must be blind. I want to do one more song and then we'll get you back to the show. Yeah, you guys have been a fantastic crowd. Sometimes I wonder what the Eskimos use microwaves. Sometimes I wonder if Michael Jackson ever shaves. Sometimes I wonder what bowling balls are made of. And sometimes I wonder what happened to OJ's other glove. Sometimes I just sit around and I wonder till I'm blue. Baby, one thing I never wonder about is how much I love you. 2, 3, 4! Sometimes I wonder if dolphins ever cry. Sometimes I wonder if Michael Eisner is a truly happy guy. Sometimes I wonder about the purpose of birthmarks. And sometimes I wonder how come Twisters only get trailer parks. Sometimes I just sit around and I wonder till I'm blue. Baby, one thing I never wonder about is how much I love you. 2, 3, 4! Sometimes I wonder, why was the movie Congo ever made? And sometimes I wonder, how can we never see a brand new ice cream truck? And sometimes I wonder, why are Renaissance fairs so popular? I want to never prevent that. But darling, I never wondered about how much I love you. Him, actually. How I made it so soon. Sometimes I wonder if you're lost, can I break with just a spoon? Sometimes I wonder about barbecue songs. And sometimes I wonder if anyone's listening to my song. Sometimes I just sit around and I wonder till I'm blue. Baby, one thing I never wonder about is how much I love you. 2, 3, 4! Thank you very much, Pasadena!
The audience. Normally there's some idiot in the back can't figure that at all. First, going once, going twice. All right, all the ballots are in. Ladies and gentlemen, while we do the math, while we figure out who's winning the $100, who's getting the gift certificate, who's taking the French fries home, put your hands together once again and welcome the rock and roll stylings of Mr. Growing Toaster.
Hey, it's him again. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a substitute teacher during the day because I believe that rock stars should give back. And I don't have anything against people like Kid Rock or Eminem, but I have a problem when second graders come in singing Kid Rock and Eminem lyrics. I think that's a little bit too young for kids to be hearing Kid Rock and Eminem. Maybe the third grade. And I I decided it really was my responsibility as a pop star to write a song that would be okay for kids to hear, so this is that song. Always remember to say please and thank you when you're taking candy from a stranger. Always remember to do what your parents say. You can do whatever you want when they're not around. It only takes 13 digits to call India. Stick a fork in the microwave and set it to 30 minutes. If you draw on the living room wall with a blue crayon, it will give you the power to fly. There's lots of tasty things to drink under the sink. Why not go and give them a try? Old people are really easy to push over. Have you ever watched TV in the bathtub? It's fun. Spend some time visiting with your grandma and tell her the family's betting on when she's gonna die. Spend some time playing with your little brother and convince him he's got the power to stop a moving vehicle. Sneak up and scare Daddy while he's shaving. Tape record Mommy when she's yelling at you and play it back when she's got friends over. Please don't do anything that I've said in this song unless you really want to be cool. Thank you. Thank you. Who realized what was going on there with my sound? My road crew's not here either. A poor delusioned man who lives at home. I really am a substitute teacher during the day. That is true. People always go, "Oh, you're a substitute teacher in a comic. You must have so many wonderful, funny stories about the children." And I said, "Well, I have this one. I had this group of 4th graders write a paragraph about a vacation they had taken, and then when they were done, they were supposed to bring the paper up to me so I could read it out loud and proofread it. So this little kid, he brings up his paper to me, and I go, start to read it out loud and proofread it. My trip to Las Vegas. I took a trip to Las Vegas with my family. It took us 4 hours to get there in the car. It was a long and boring trip. All I did was sit in the back seat, listen to music, and play with myself." And I said, "Michael, don't you mean you play by yourself?" And he goes, "Well, what do you mean?" And I go, "Well, I just mean you were in the back seat by yourself. There was nobody else there. You were playing by yourself." And he goes, "No, I meant I was touching my penis." All right, good job. Have a seat. They're not my kids. I don't know. They show up at 8. If no one's dead by 3, I've done my job, basically. That's how it works. This song went all the way to #1 on the Dr. Demento 25, which means nothing. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't give him a dime, but I could. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch themselves a pail of water. They fell down and we sued everyone, including the hill owner's daughter. If you are a nursery rhyme and you're in trouble all the time, wanna put your wife in a pumpkin rhyme, I can give you peace of mind, cause my service is one of a kind. I'm the nursery rhyme lawyer. Little Miss Muffet sat in a tough fit. Then that spider came put candles for a living. I'm usually, pretty nimble and quick, but one day I slipped in a little puddle of wax and I burnt myself pretty badly. So I called the nursery rhyme lawyer, and he was able to get me workman's comp in no time flat. Thanks, nursery rhyme lawyer.
Yeah, my little lamb followed me to school one day, and when we got there, all the boys and girls just laughing at him all day long. So I called the nursery rhyme lawyer, and we were able to file defamation of character suits against them, and I haven't heard so much for deep since. Thanks, nursery rhyme lawyer.
I got pushed off a wall, and nursery rhyme lawyer got me $1.2 million. As I said earlier, I do seem to have trouble with the ladies, and I don't really know why that is. I was looking at my past 2 relationships, trying to figure out where things went wrong. And by looking at my past 2 relationships, I realized that there was a common event that happened in both relationships, and that's when things started going downhill. And so what I did was I realized that things started going horribly wrong when I went to a wedding with my girlfriend. If you're dating someone, never go to a wedding. It's just a horrible disaster waiting to happen. With my first girlfriend that this happened with, we were going to a wedding, and the bride and groom, they knew I like to make videos and stuff, and they were like, "Hey, would you come videotape our wedding?" And I was like, "Sure, if you want a crappy video of your wedding, I'd love to." And so I got my camera all set and everything. And then the day before the wedding, they called me and they're like, "Hey, Grant, thanks for offering, but we hired some professional video guys. We don't need you." And I was like, "Oh, okay. But you know what I'll do? I'll bring my camera anyway. Because what if something happens at the wedding that's kind of cool or whatever, and you don't have any video footage of it? And then that way, if I videotape it, I'll give them the tape. They can edit it all together." And they were like, "Oh, okay." So I came to the wedding, and they had 3 video guys, and they were awesome. They were just everywhere. They were shooting everything, flowers, everything, just perfect. And I realized, 10 minutes into the ceremony, that the one thing these guys were not getting footage of was the video guys. So I was sitting there, in the bleachers or whatever they're called, and I don't know. And I was just videotaping this one video guy wherever he went, just wherever. And I was sitting down. I wasn't standing up and ruining everybody's view. And it was funny because about 10 minutes after I started videotaping him, he realized what I was doing. So he's videotaping the bride and groom, and every 10 seconds or so, he goes. So it was cool. I got a good 30 minutes of footage on the guy. It was fantastic. So I said. So anyway, I just at the end they had a receiving line, reception line. Is it receiving line? Is that what they call it at the end? When you say, "You didn't forget your lines, good job." And so I never know what to say, so I just kind of stood out of the receiving line, and I'm standing there watching people go through, and I realized that there's a video camera right here, and the video guy's standing there going. So I got my video camera and I started videotaping him. He's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And I go, "No, I'm just having fun, just relax." He's like, "Well, you need somebody's permission in order to videotape them." And I go, "Well, when we got here to the church, all 3 of you guys were all standing out front videotaping us walking in, and you didn't ask our permission." "Oh, well, it's different, because you're an invited guest. Besides, it's just inappropriate. It's completely inappropriate. There's so many beautiful images to videotape." And I go, "Would you relax? What am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with the footage?" He's all, "Yeah, what are you going to do with the footage?" So if you go to www.angryvideoguy.com, kidding, it's .org. Nonprofit. So that was, my girlfriend was mad because I caused a scene. So, whatever. And so the next girl I was dating, we went to a wedding, and it was worse because she was in the wedding. She wasn't like the bride, but she was weird. But she was in the wedding. She was part of the ceremony. So at the end, at the reception, she sat at the head table with everybody, and I sat with a ton of people I didn't know. And at this wedding, at every place setting, they had a disposable camera. Now I understand at your wedding you want to have disposable cameras, 1, 2 at every table, but at every place setting, a disposable camera? When they went to cut the cake, all 250 guests are standing around them with a disposable. You need a panoramic flip book of cutting the cake? So I decided, no, I'm going to take different pictures. I'm going to take pictures that nobody else is taking. So I took an entire roll of photos, 36 exposures, of people's feet at the wedding. But I thought about it. I just didn't randomly do it. Like when the bride and groom had their first dance, click a picture of their feet. Mother of the bride. It's fantastic. About 2 weeks later, I got a phone call from my girlfriend.
Did you take an entire roll of photos of people's feet at the wedding?
Yeah, I did. I thought everyone would have a good sense of humor about it. I thought,
Well, it's not funny. And my brother and sister-in-law are furious. And they want $20 for film developing. I'm not gonna pay $20 for film developing.
if you want this relationship to continue, you are going to pay $20 for film developing. So I said, fine, I'll pay the $20. But I want the photos. And I have them outside tonight if you'd like to see them, ladies and gentlemen. And I know right now you're thinking, like, oh, Sharon, funny. No, I really do have the photos. I have CDs out there too. I have 2 different CDs. They're $10 each, or both $15, and I'm hoping to sell at least 80 tonight because rent's due tomorrow. So if you can please, for the love of God, pick up 5. I'm gonna do one more song. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You guys are a fantastic crowd. Thank you all for coming. I'd also like to thank Amy for sitting down front. Thank you, Amy. Did you have fun? Nobody picked on you or anything? Okay. Thanks for coming. The clock reads 3:27 and I'm shaking in the night. My sweat makes the sheets like skin, and I know I've lost a fight. Now's the time I know when you and I can't be alone. I can hear the sleep in your voice as you pick up the telephone. Are you alone? Amy, what you got on? Amy, don't you know that you belong to me? You're all mine, Amy, for all time. Amy, and it's only a matter of time until you see. A man came by today, he had some papers from a judge. Don't you know that there's no court in the world that could ever understand our love? And there's no security guard big enough, no matter how he tried, that could ever prevent me from getting right there by your side. Do you hear me? Amy, you need to hear me. Amy, don't you know I'd never let you come to any harm? I'm obsessed. Amy, you're right, I'm a mess. Amy, but you gotta admit, that's part of my charm. Oh, Amy. You're mine, can't you tell? And if I can't have you today, well then, I'll have you in hell, Amy. Oh, Amy. Oh, Amy. Oh, Amy. Sorry about that. Amy, look at me. I won't leave if you don't look at me.